My name is Austin McCourt, and I'm here with Dr. Art Ranney, the head of the department of the Media Studies Department here on campus. And we're talking about your retirement coming up this spring. Basically, we're wondering, what will you miss most after you retire?
Besides the paycheck, you mean?
Yes, of course.
Ah, okay, just checking. Yeah. Well, there'll be a number of things, although I guess one of the big things is that, it's not really a job here exactly. Being a college professor is a job, and it's a tough job, but you also sort of, or I do anyway, sort of have a sense of mission, a sense of purpose, and walking away from that will be an interesting process. Suddenly I will have to think about what sort of mission or responsibility I have. And of course, there's a good thing about not having a responsibility anymore. So I'll miss it for a while, but I'm not sure how long that'll last.
Right, exactly. So after 17 years, of course, what do you think your biggest accomplishment was at UWP?
That's a tough question, and not because I've had so many accomplishments. I've done a few things. Some of the things I've done I'm happy about. There have been some significant improvements in the equipment at the radio station when I was advising that in 04, 07. There have been significant improvements at the Exponent, in equipment and other kinds of things. That's been great. I was chair of the University Undergraduate Curriculum Commission when I prompted them to go paperless, and they used to circulate 300-400 pages a week to a dozen members. They don't do that anymore. And in fact, I was chair of that commission when we reviewed all 450 or 500 gen ed courses. You probably heard about the gen ed review. So we spent about 2 years doing that. And those are big things, concrete things that I can talk about. But in terms of accomplishments here, it's really more about the process and about being here, engaging with students, engaging with colleagues, and hoping that, in some small measure, someone somewhere had a positive experience with me, and they took that positive experience away and used it to better themselves or to better their community or, better their lives. I had a hallway conversation, well, actually it was a stairwell conversation one time with a student who had been here for about 1.5 years, I think, 3 semesters or so, and I stopped him in the stairwell and said, Mr. X, you've got a lot of potential, but you're not living up to it. And we had a nice discussion, and the next thing I knew, he had thought about that. He had decided how he could put his potential into action. He became a great, dedicated student, and I'm still in touch with him. This has been 15 years ago, maybe. Still in touch with him, and he's doing very well. And an encounter like that, just one little thing like that, and it's amazing to think about.
Absolutely. Along the same lines, kind of like that story, are there any other memories that you have and that you always hold with you through your time here at Platteville?
Well, a lot of the stuff I think about is there have been occasions of conflict, and so I remember a lot of that stuff, and actually in sort of a fond way, because when you get a chance, say, as advisor to the Exponent, you get a chance to speak to someone powerful, or you get a chance to engage a question that the community is worried about, and you get to help educate people or help them understand the role of a student newspaper, for example. That kind of thing really sticks with you. So they're not exactly favorite memories. I remember that time that I had the big argument with so-and-so. No, that's not how I remember it. What I remember is the chance to engage authority or engage the community and help make some kind of difference.
All right.
Now I do also remember the time that we went to the department picnic, and I had hurt my shoulder. I had a dirt bike, and I had hurt my shoulder, and I thought it was healing up. Went to the department picnic, and we played kickball, and and I got hit with a kickball or something and nailed flat on my face and thought I was going to die. So that's a fond memory.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
As it should be, though.
Well,
Right.
absolutely.
So now that you'll have some more time after you retire, are you going to pursue any more hobbies or?
I have too many hobbies as it is, so I'm going to stick with what I have. Briefly, it's sort of like guitars and motorcycles. That's kind of to sum it up. I'm working with a band, The Mascot Theory. There'll be trips to Nashville with them and other places. They've actually got quite a few shows this summer. We'll be doing some touring, so I'll be working with them. I also write and play my own music and play in a couple of other bands. And then, of course, there's always the downtime, and I sort of look forward to that. Sitting on the porch, petting the cats, beverage in hand, watching the birds, and just really watching the world go by a little bit.
Absolutely, especially with the weather we're going to be having coming up soon. More time for that now.
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to head out to Colorado here pretty soon and start things off really well.
Good. That sounds great. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the university report here?
Well, it has been a privilege and a pleasure working at this university. I think it's an amazing driver of culture and economy and learning, and almost every sense of the word. It's a really positive impact on this area of the state, which struggles a bit. And so I think it brings some prestige as well as some dollars in, and I really hope that even given the current budget climate, that the university continues to thrive and that this department continues to thrive.
All right, thank you very much, and thanks for stopping on to the University Report. This is
It's been a
Dr.
pleasure.
Ranney, and I'm Austin McCourt, and we'll be right back after this.